Welcome everyone. My name is Paul Brady with Brady Consulting, and I'm just going to do a video here today where a presentation rather today where we're going to talk about how to easily create a sales funnel. So for people that don't often work in things like Shopify or WooCommerce or things like that, a lot of people have this mistaken idea that, I've got to go the traditional route. I'm going to invoice a client. If you're someone that does a service or a product, a lot of people, instead of doing that as a sales funnel, will go a more traditional route, thinking that if you're selling widgets and items on Etsy or things like that, those are the only areas you use for a shop or sales. And it's so easy to do this in ClickFunnels that I'm just going to walk through and show you real quickly. So we're in an area where we can create something manually here, step by step, or you can use the, and I'll show you down here, or you can use the what they call the Funnel Hackers Cookbook and insert or create an entire funnel at once. So I'm just going to do something from scratch here and show you how easy it is to add products. So we're going to go through and say, we want to sell a product. So that's the type of funnel over here on the left. So I'll say sell a product. And then, your goal might be you're selling a low ticket front end product, $0 to $37. And you may even have upsells for that, right? So if your, front end is much higher, then you'd go for these others. But I'm going to go for this one. And I'm going to say we're going to look at a two-step tripwire funnel. So we're going to select that funnel. And so ClickFunnels brings you to an area here, which is nice. People that are maybe a little more advanced and don't want to take the offering that ClickFunnels gives you, this automated set of templates that gives you the entire funnel. For those people that are more advanced, they may want to do the first step, which was to do it step by step. But in this particular session, we're going to talk about how to create one easily for someone that maybe has no idea. So there's a video here. Russell Brunson walks you through what the two-step tripwire funnel is. And there's also a funnel map here that when you click that, it shows you what it is. So basically, the two-step tripwire is some sort of a sales page that you're sent to along with two-step order. So you fill out your shipping and name and shipping information, and then when you click next, it takes you to the second part on the same page, and that's where you fill in the information you have for your credit card and all that stuff. And if there's a order bump or something like that, it'll show up on this page. And you click, hey, make the sale now. You're sent to an upsell or a one-time offer page, and you can see down here, add to order, just $27. But let's say you say, nope, I don't want that. Like it has no thanks here in very small type. You click that link, then it sends you to a down sale. And the down sale might be, of course they're using the same number because they just used a template, but this could be, let's say this was $50. This one might be, hey, do you want to pay in 2 monthly installments of $25? Or do you want to pay $37 some sort of a deal that would get someone to go for the downsell. And then you have a thank you page with what they call an offer wall. And the offer wall is just a series of other products or services you might offer that are available on the bottom. So that's what the two-step tripwire funnel looks like. But let's go ahead and we're just going to pick a template. It's going to do the whole thing. So I'll go ahead and pick the, let me think now. I'll just do this JSON template here. That's fine. And it's free. It shows you what it looks like, so you can decide whether you want it or not. It's fully editable. You don't have to keep any of these things. As a matter of fact, sometimes I delete most of what I see on it. I'm just going to say get funnel. And what you'll see is the funnel will be added automatically to my ClickFunnels account, which would be the same thing for you if you had a ClickFunnels account. I have a link in the description beneath this video too, or in my bio, depending on where you see this, for a 14-day free trial of ClickFunnels. If you want to try it, I would recommend at least trying it for 14 days. And if you use my link, I'll reach out to you and we can work together on it. Okay, so it said the purchase is complete. Now it's sending you to your funnel. So sometimes it doesn't always load right away. It doesn't matter. You can click edit right away if you want to. So, or you can view a preview of it by clicking on this or clicking over here for the entire funnel. So I'm just going to click on here to show you in a larger screen what it looks like. Now this is obviously a test, a demonstration and placeholder text, but you can replace any of this with anything you want. So you start out with your two-step order or sales funnel. So you may direct people to this funnel using Facebook or either paid PPC or organic traffic to here. Now when people fill this out, if they do that and they go to step 2, and I'm just going to show you what happens. When you click go to step 2, it brings you to a second area where you can update your information. See, there's an order bump where you can add a one-time offer to sweeten the deal with an additional product. They can enter the credit card number and all that stuff. But let's say for a second that they fill in number 1, but when they get to the billing part, they don't fill it out. Well, one of the beauties of the two-step order form is that if they fill out step 1, then they're going to be added to your mailing list. And you can specifically set something up in the funnel to say, hey, they looked at this, but they didn't purchase. And you can send them emails specifically to that audience. So that's kind of cool. But I'll get out of here. And you have your one-time offer, which, the one-time offer and the downsell page are going to look the same because they use the same template, but you can go and just change the amounts and change anything you want to say. So there'd be some sort of a video in here framing the sale. And then you can add it to your offer. They can say thanks, or I don't need this right now. And if you have people that are talking about the product, you can add that information here. A lot of times I delete that information. I don't really need it or care about it that much. So, and so the second downsell page, same thing here, and then the offer wall. You click on that. You'll see that, and of course this is placeholder. So you'll see, hey, order completed. And you'd have your picture here, or maybe not, maybe just delete it and keep it simple. I like to keep these types of things simple, so I might have a logo up top and just order completed, thank you, and then the order price and product. And then you can have, 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as you want additional products. I wouldn't overwhelm people with it, but if you have a few down here, more info would send them to another funnel, and they'd start that whole process again for purchasing that product. So that's kind of cool. But anyways, let's go in and look at this. So you'll notice up top here, you've got automation, products, and publishing. And this is the overview for the initial two-step order form. Now you need a product. But before we jump in there, you can also have some automation. Now, because this is a sales funnel, you can add an email that deals with people who saw the page but didn't purchase. That's what I was talking about earlier. People who purchased, you may want to send them additional offers that are related. And then maybe one that you send to everyone saying, thank you for visiting us. And so it can be an email, an action, a text message, SMS text. But you have to add products. So if you come in here, you can click add product. Now I already have Stripe integrated. So this video isn't about how to integrate Stripe, but it's not difficult. So I'm just going to select Stripe as my integration. It's going to be a one-time purchase. This isn't commissionable, so don't worry about that. You just click save and next. And then you can name your product up here, which is, I'll say it's, we'll say it's like a $7 ebook. Okay, so you put in $7 and it's US dollars, so we had that selected correctly. And then the price display override. So you may want to say something like, you don't have to do this, but so $7 today only. So let me see. So we might say it was originally, I don't know. something like that. Maybe a little better wordsmithing there, but I'm just doing this to show you. Since it's an ebook, there doesn't really need to be an origin address for shipping or any of that stuff. There does need to be a billing description. So we'll say, we'll just call it ebook, and you put something better than this, obviously. Now, if this were a bump product, meaning that if someone got to the order page and they saw something that said, hey, one-time offer, click this checkbox now, and you could get, this additional product at this special rate. This isn't a bump product, so we're going to move on from there. And so there's a product inventory limit. This is not an inventory item. It's an ebook. People can download it all day long, forever if you want, or you can send out a minimum if you want. It's up to you. We're not going to do that here, so we're going to click Save and Next. And there aren't any product variations. It's just an ebook, so I'm going to say Next. Now there's a fulfillment email that they say is optional, so you don't have to send that out if you don't want to. If you were doing something where you were giving someone, they were paying for a membership in, for instance, for an online course, then you would enable this here, and you would link it down here where it says thank you or membership page to the membership page, which is literally just clicking and selecting it, the right one. And what happens is when they purchase it, they're automatically sent and given permission to access a restricted area. So it's very cool. If you're doing memberships or any type of downloadable product, you can automatically do that. We're going to go ahead and not enable that. We don't really need that, so I'm going to say Next. And you have follow-up actions if you want to trigger follow-up actions. So if I say, yeah, I want to do that, you can add tags to people that do it. You can send them a text message. You can integrate with ActiveCampaign, like if you have other integrations to, email programs like GetResponse or Aweber or ActiveCampaign, you can do that. I have the full version, the platinum version of ClickFunnels, so I do everything within ClickFunnels, so I don't need to do that. But I'm not going to, that's optional. I'm not going to do any follow-up actions just for this demo. Click Next. Is this a physical product? No, right? It isn't, because it is an ebook. So you leave that off. Click Save and Next. And that's it. You've got your product set up. So if you return to the product list, you've got an ebook for $7. So that's the only thing that will go on here. Some people are sometimes confused and thinking that, oh, I need to add my product. So they add their initial product, their upsell, their downsell, they add everything here. And it doesn't work that way. And it's pretty simple. Just whatever page you're on is where you, and if there's a product in that page, then you add it for that page. So for an upsell, let's say we go in here, and I think they said $27 for this page. So I'll say, oh, let's set a product up for $27, and I'll call it, I'm going to use Stripe, and I'm going to go through this quickly because it's really a repeat of what we just did again. I'm just going to change a few things, so we want to make sure this is something that you understand. Excuse me. And the product price, I think we said, was $27. US dollar currency, no price display override, no shipping information. Billing description should be ebook upsell. I mean, obviously you'd pick a real name. I'm just doing that. Okay, it's not a bump product. We could do a bump product. I'm just not going to do one here. And product inventory limit, nope. Save and Next. And let me see. So we have fulfillment. We have follow-up actions, shipping. None of those applies, we know, so I'm going to click Save and Close. And if we go into the downsell page, which obviously this is a copy, it's a duplicate of the other page in the funnel. So you just have to modify these pages to make one an upsell and one a downsell. But we'll say the downsell is, We'll add a product. We'll call it downsell. Stripe is the plan. It's a one-time payment. No, not commissionable. And I'll say downsell. And I'll say the product price is $19. Okay. One-time offer. We don't need to put in information because it's shipping information. It's an ebook or origin information. Billing description, I'll just say downsell. Obviously, you'd want something a little more descriptive than this. This is just for demonstration purposes. It's not a bump product. It's no inventory limit. I'll say save and next. And we know that, okay, sometimes it does this, which is interesting. It said product price field. So I'm going to try that again. Save and next. Okay. Now the rest of these we know are optional and we're not going to do them just because for the same reasons we've already outlined the last two steps in the funnel. So I'm just going to click save and close. Now the offer wall, we could have more products on here, but really we wouldn't be adding products from here because it would be links to other funnels, as I was saying earlier. So again, when you look at it, you know, hey, here's your completed order with the list of all the things you bought. And these are links. Each of these more infos are links to other funnels with products that walk you through the same sales process. So no, we're not adding any products here. And as you can see, it's not a product page. And ClickFunnels only allows you to add products to pages that are defined as either order pages or one-time offer pages. So, so it's kind of cool in that respect. So there we are. So now that we've gone through that, let's go through. I have Stripe set in test mode, so I won't get charged for anything. Let's go ahead and let's make a purchase here. And, you know, there'd be a nice video here framing the sale. Really, and this headline would be highly converting, so someone really wants to know more about what's in this video. And so then they put their information in here. Tommy Two-Tone. Okay, we want to select the United States. Now when we click go to next step, it's going to bring you to this step. It's going to say, hey, your product that you want to get to $7, going back to $27 soon. So you put in your credit card. And okay, so it turned out I wasn't in test mode, so I went back and changed it so it was. But here's the credit card number up top here. It's a test card, and you'll always see this displayed up here with a warning that you're in test mode. If you don't see that and you're running tests like this, then don't do the purchase because you don't have it in test mode. Each funnel can be set in test mode for Stripe. It's not like you're shutting down your entire operation just to test one funnel. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to put in the test credit card number here that they gave me up here. And then you can put in any expiration that's in the future. And I'll put in any, you know, 3-digit number that's in the future. It doesn't matter. Or not in the future. That any 3-digit number doesn't matter. So now it's saying, hey, do you want this ebook is $7. Now, if I did have an order bump, in other words, instead of those two one-time offer funnel steps I had, let's say I had a third funnel step that was also, we'll call it a one-time offer, right? That wouldn't show up from page to page if you say it's an order bump. It would show up here specifically. Now, I didn't set up an order bump, so normally I would delete this area if I weren't going to do that. But if you were to click it and it were set up, then the amount would show up right underneath the ebook here. But because I didn't set it up, I'm going to unclick it. So now we're going to go to an upsell. So I'm going to click complete order. Okay, so now it's saying, now hold on, do you want to add something? And of course there'd be more text in here about what you're adding and what the cost is. So it's $27. So I'll say, yeah, go ahead, add it to my order. Okay, now we didn't have a, we didn't see the downsell page because you'll only go to that page if you say no to the upsell page. So that's why you didn't see that. But here's a run through where you can see, hey, here's your product receipt. You spend $7 on this, you spend $27 on this. Hey, you interested in these other things before you go? You know, but you're all set. Your order's complete now. So I know that was kind of a whirlwind tour of a sales funnel, but it's literally the piece of the sales funnel that people worry the most about is all the integration of things that are kind of like, setting up a shopping cart, integrating, payment methods and all that stuff. People get concerned about that, like it's so hard. It's really not hard at all to do that. And once you do it, it's there forever in your funnel, and you can use it on any sales funnel you use, like I just did. So I hope this has been useful. And, I have a training course that I'll also post down below where I walk through basic and advanced ClickFunnels. And in my advanced course, I do walk through in more detail how to set up a sales funnel, how to test it, how to do all those things, how to do the order bump, how all that stuff works as well. So if you're interested, check out my sales funnel, and I hope you all have a great day.